On a day that the country was celebrating its independence, one of its states suffered its largest earthquake in decades with a 6.4 magnitude. The shaking in California shook homes and humans alike. The epicenter was the city of Ridgecrest, with fewer than 30,000 people in its population, located about 150 miles north of Los Angeles.
Immediately, I was receiving a series of telephone calls, emails, and texts from both headquarters and field office staff apprising me of the situation.
Only 3 days on the job, and Caltrans acting director Bob Franzoia was faced with a major emergency.
Even though it's been some time since there's been a major earthquake in California, I sensed that there was very little rust in the organization.
Our maintenance crews were absolutely amazing with the first earthquake. They were out there responding even though their homes had been affected.
Less than 48 hours later, an even more intense 7.1 magnitude earthquake struck.
And all of a sudden we started rolling. And so I got up and went out to the living room where I had a lot of company for the weekend. And they were, yes, we're having another earthquake. So I knew that one was strong.
Caltrans employees went to work. Engineers evaluated bridges and highway structures in the area. Crews were dealing with rock slides and large cracks across Highway 178. In nearby Trona, crews were faced with repairs.
Somebody had called in and said that the road had split open, so I was already making phone calls to the crew.
A 30-mile section of State Route 178 was shut down between Ridgecrest and Trona.
Within an hour, we were out here in force.
And the maintenance crews are just amazing. Yeah, they're really committed to helping the people of this state.
Crews worked through the night making temporary repairs, but more permanent repairs would be necessary. Caltrans acting director Bob Franzoia signed an emergency order allocating $3.1 million to that end. Meanwhile, nearly 400 miles away, strategic emergency management was underway. The priority, keeping the public safe and informed.
There was a group in emergency operations here in Sacramento, who were in immediate contact with became 3 districts. As information came in, that information was being relayed to the Office of Emergency Services. There was constant communication.
Intercompany strike teams that were deployed into Ridgecrest.
I was immediately aware that I was surrounded by the best bunch of people, just experienced as can be, dedicated, and were helping me and supporting me continue Caltrans' work.
I'm Alisa Becerra with the Caltrans News Flash.